Have you heard of a business that is making millions, but at the end of the year, it doesn't have any money, or worse, losing money? That's exactly what one of my clients who was a doctor was facing. But with one powerful strategy, we turned about $326,000 in loss to $350,000 in profit, almost a $700,000 turnaround. Today, I'm sharing the exact same thing that we did so that you can avoid costly mistake. And remember, whether you can add 1 0 to this example or maybe omit 1 0 from the example, you can apply the same concept to your own business. My client with a beautiful heart had a really successful business who had several streams of income from, let's say, I don't want to share everything because of the confidentiality, but he had different streams of income like long-term care concierge services and different type of things. Let's say Medi-Cal, Medicare, all of these different insurances, Optum and all of these. And with one of these services, he was losing more money with each patient that he was getting. So basically, if I want to generalize it, with each sale, he was losing more money. And unfortunately, before our first call, he had a meeting with his staff, and him being a beautiful person with a beautiful heart, he wanted to help his team. So he added extra bonuses for new patients for his team members. So each new patient would cause more bonuses for the team members. And then when we calculated his numbers and the streams of income that he had, we realized that each patient, each new sale is going to cost him more than what he is charging. Here's what I did to turn this around. I created a very detailed spreadsheet that had a lot of formulas in it and listed all his income streams in each row, and then we calculated what he would make per patient. So if you want to do the same thing, what are you making with each client or customer that you have? So number of patients, revenue per patient, and then total revenue. And then we had other columns that would calculate the cost of each patient or each client or customer in your case. So we could, for example, calculate the payroll, or let's say the cost of having a nurse practitioner. Let's say each 10 patient had one nurse practitioner. So that's how we could calculate how many number of nurse practitioners he needed if he wanted to increase his sales, right? So you do the same thing. How many new employees do you need if you want to increase your number of clients or customers, right? So you calculate the cost of payroll, you calculate all the different costs that you have in your business to be able to basically calculate the profit of each stream of income that you have. For example, if you have a restaurant, let's say you want to add a new item to your menu. If you add this new item to your menu, how do you calculate the profit of that? Or if you want to add a promotion, if you are getting more customers, how much expenses are you adding to your business for that specific thing? This way, you can calculate the profit margin of that specific item, and you can decide if this is good or things need to adjust. So when we plugged in the numbers, we realized some of these streams of income are really profitable, and one of them was really bad. Like he was losing a lot of money in that specific income stream. So you need to also calculate that. And also remember to add the value of your time as well. If you are the one who's doing the service for your business, you need to add the value of your time to the calculation to make sure that you include everything, right? So you're not free. If you're not free, you need to put that cost, the let's say hourly rate or however you want to calculate it, you put it into the calculation. Let's say you're facing the same scenario. What do you need to do? So with his case, first thing he said, I told him to talk to his staff and tell them, be clear about it, be authentic about it and real about it, and tell them that the way that this process is going, they're actually losing money. So he cannot provide bonuses in the meantime until we solve the big issue. We've realized one of the reasons that this was really costly was because he had a team, like the team that he should have put together or had put together to provide those services. The cost of the labor was so high. So he needed to find really, really good people, experts to do the job, but with a lower cost. That was one of the things he needed to do. So I advised him to talk to his team and tell them about the situation and tell them that this is gonna change. The scenario is gonna change. They're gonna be very profitable and they're gonna get benefited from the profit that is coming to the business, because in the long term, if business is losing money, it doesn't matter if they're gaining some money right now as their bonus, but if the business is losing money, they're going to be out of business and they're going to lose their job, salary, and benefits included, right? So this is a win-win situation. This is for the good of the business and for the good of the team. So if you are facing the same scenario, see what's the most important thing. The most important thing is to stop selling more, right? Sometimes you cannot stop it because maybe you have already done something to bring the sales and they're coming and you can't do anything, or maybe you signed a contract and you're getting, let's say, more clients, more patients. But whatever you can stop, you need to stop right away. In some scenarios, in some cases, you need to see, what is your specific needs in your business. But in this case, we said, let's stop it as fast as we can, and let's hire lower labor, like lower priced, I guess, labor, so lower cost labor, and replace these higher salary people with the lower salary people, and make sure that we bring the cost low enough to be profitable. So you think about the same thing. Is this the cost of, let's say, if you have a restaurant, you have a dish and it's very expensive because of, let's say, the black truffle that you're adding to the dish. Can you reduce the amount of truffle you put it in? Or I don't know, like maybe can you change the black truffle to something else, like truffle oil? Or you're a chef, I don't know. You do something to lower the cost. Can you do that? If you can, maybe that's something you want to do. Or it's a cost of labor. Can you find a really good labor with a lower cost? What can you do to bring the cost as low as possible, as fast as possible? If you know me, you already know that I'm a fan of making more money instead of spending less money or lowering the costs. But in this case, because it was so severe and we needed to take care of it really fast, we wanted to make sure that we cut the costs really fast and then focus on bringing more money to the business. So sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you need to lower your expenses first and then think about bringing your revenue higher. So if you have the scenario, if you have similar situation, or if you don't have clarity on your business, on your profit margin, make sure that you calculate everything first. You cannot run your business blindfolded. You need to have clarity on your numbers. You need to know your profit margin for each stream of income and know how to calculate it to make sure that you have clarity and you know what you're doing and what you're bringing to your business. Remember, it's not only about making more money, it's about keeping more of your money in your bank account or somewhere that is making you money. So, do you know your numbers? Have you ever experienced something similar in your business? If you have, comment below and let me know. I would love to hear your story. If you want more tips like this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Next time, I'm going to share a story of my client who doubled her revenue. So stay tuned.